And the ever-evolving world of technology, artificial intelligence, AI, has emerged as a game-changer, offering unprecedented opportunities for those seeking to capitalize on its potential. As someone who has made over $10 million online in the past few years, I can confidently say that AI has made getting rich more accessible than it's ever been. We'll explore the 5 most popular AI business models and compare them to determine the best option for someone just getting started. AI content creation, the viral potential. The first business model we'll dive into is AI content creation. If you haven't seen it already, AI-generated content has completely taken over the internet. With just a few clicks, you can create the craziest, hyper-realistic videos about anything imaginable. And the best part? You can get paid for it. Let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. I know the person running this TikTok account, and they are making over $10,000 a month with the dumbest videos I've ever seen in my life. Basically, what they do is make these crazy, borderline offensive AI videos, and they use them to sell products on TikTok Shop, earning a commission for every single product they sell. To create these videos, they simply use AI tools like Google Flow and prompts generated by ChatGPT. The process is incredibly straightforward. You come up with a creative prompt, feed it into the AI tool, and in less than a minute, you have a high-quality, realistic video that you can use to promote products or services. The potential for this business model is undeniable. You can post the AI-generated content yourself and earn money through affiliate marketing or AdSense, or you can sell these video creation services to other companies. I consider this a lazy business model because it's really easy to make these videos, and the only challenge is being creative enough to come up with the prompts. On the difficulty scale, I'd rate this one as easy. You just need to be creative enough to come up with the ideas and then spam post them across TikTok until you get a video that hits. The cost is medium, as you'll need access to tools like Google Flow, around $120 per month, and ChatGPT, up to $20 per month. However, the major downside of this business model is the lack of long-term potential. Since everyone in the world can make the same exact videos as you, the barrier to entry is basically non-existent. And since you're earning money from views or selling other people's products, the sustainability of the business is extremely low. It's more of a side hustle than a real business in my eyes. Building an AI software. The potential for generational wealth. The next AI business model we'll explore is building your own AI software. When most people think about getting rich with AI, this is what they're envisioning: building the next ChatGPT and becoming a mega-billionaire, retiring on a yacht in the south of France. Without a doubt, this business model has the potential to get you richer than just about anything else I'm going to talk about today. But it's not without its flaws. This is hands down the most expensive business model of them all. To launch even an extremely basic AI software, it's going to cost you upwards of $30,000 just to get things up and running, not to mention marketing expenses or other team costs. I would also say that the difficulty for this business is the highest of anything on this list by far. You have to come up with an idea that the marketplace wants, manage a team to get it all built, and then market it to the masses. So why am I including it on the laziest list? Well, I built a software company that generated millions of dollars in revenue and eventually sold it in a 7-figure deal. And software has this beautiful thing called MRR, or monthly recurring revenue. Once you sell your product to customers, if you did a good enough job, they're going to stick around for months and pay you on autopilot like clockwork. At the peak of my software company, we were doing over $100,000 a month in profit, and I was working on this business for like an hour a day max. So, as you can see, the potential is very high. Look, if you've got $30,000 laying around and 3 years to dedicate, building an AI software is one of the best options you could do if you want to make generational wealth. But for most of you, I know you're not in a position where you have access to a lot of capital, nor are you at the skill level to execute something like this. So, while I think AI software is a great long-term goal for you to have, I don't think it's the best option for a beginner just starting out today. The front-loaded effort and cost it takes to get to that point would not make it my first choice. AI commerce. The beginner-friendly goldmine. If you're starting at square one today, I would recommend focusing on something a little more beginner-friendly, like AI commerce. This is the best business model for beginners who want to make money with AI, by far. AI commerce is simply using AI tools to sell products online. E-commerce has been around for years, and it's the business that changed my life 5 years ago and made me my first million after being over $30,000 in debt. I've always believed in e-commerce, and I've always known it to be one of the best opportunities that exist on the internet today. And thanks to the introduction of AI, everything became 10 times easier when it comes to building your own store. In fact, I just used this same exact method to take a 17-year-old kid named Daniel who only had $38 to his name to making his first $10,000 online in just 30 days, fully with AI commerce. You can use AI tools to find products for you, build your website with AI, create your ads with AI, even help you run your business on a day-to-day basis, and once you get your store dialed in, you can make hundreds of dollars a day in profit without barely having to work at all. The store we started for Daniel is now making close to $1,000 a day right now, and we just started it 3 weeks ago. Of course, it's not completely hands-off or passive. You still have to run this business and keep optimizing it every day. But once it starts cooking and you find a product that's making you sales, you'll be making money all day long, whether you decide to work or not. So, for that reason, I'm putting the difficulty of this business at medium. It's a little hard to get up and running, but once things start running, it gets crazy. And the potential for this business is extremely high. I made over $2 million with my last e-commerce store, and I sold it for a life-changing amount of money back in 2023. And this was before the introduction of AI. When it comes to cost, it's not free, but it's not super expensive either. The most expensive part is running ads to get customers, but other than that, the expenses are not that crazy. In total, we spent a couple hundred in ads until we found our 1,000-a-day product, which was definitely worth it. I promise you. AI Automation Agency. The high-skill, high-reward option. The last business model I want to talk about is starting an AI automation agency. This is where you sell AI services to businesses to help them run their company smoother so they can make more profit with less day-to-day work. You can sell a bunch of different services with an agency like this, from AI sales reps and AI customer support to AI company management. Really, whatever problems a company has that you can fix with AI, that's what you're selling. And these companies will pay a lot of money for this, especially in the right industry. Difficulty-wise, I would put this business at a high level because you have to obtain a pretty advanced level of AI skills to be able to come up with and provide solutions for these companies. You also have to develop strong enough sales skills to convince these people to pay you thousands of dollars a month for your automation services that they could just set up themselves. It's super worth it to master both of these skills, but I definitely wouldn't say it's easy at all, especially for a complete beginner. The best part about an agency or any service-based business is that it has next to no startup cost, making it a great option for people on an extremely low budget. You pretty much just need access to basic AI tools and a phone to reach out and try to sell these people. The downfall of this business model, of course, is the scaling potential. Since you're dealing directly one-to-one with clients, it's essentially like a glorified high-paying 9 to 5. You work for that client, making sure everything runs smoothly and you deliver on the service that you promised every single day. Don't get me wrong, when you have 2 or 3 clients, things are great, and you can easily be making $3,000 to $5,000 a month. But scaling this business to the big leagues where you're making thousands of dollars a day or even a couple $1,000,000 a year becomes extremely complicated and is almost impossible without building incredibly advanced systems or a huge team to handle your operations. So, for that reason, I put the potential of this business on the lower end in comparison with the other options we discussed today. And out of all the businesses, it's the least lazy because you have to always be on call for your clients no matter where you are in the world or what you're doing.